Hey friends, it's me, a particularly chilly Ebony Otaku, the well-rounded nerd. This is probably the last video I'm filming in this hair because this hair is dead. It looked really good when I first got it done back in November? I had it done before Thanksgiving. And now it is just, whew. And plus Adepticon's coming, so I need fresh hair for Adepticon, and it must be pink because I'm going to wear my Pinkalesque flight suit on Aeronautica Day when we do our stream from Adepticon. So yeah, this hair is the wrong color, and it is just, so the fro's coming out. I'm surprised I'm even putting myself on camera looking this janky because it is not good. Anywho, but part of the reason it looks so janky is because of what you see in front of me. It is an SCA Heavy Fighter Helmet. I'm tying my hair back so it's not in my way. So this video is going to be me doing a little bit of construction. I have a workbench here in the attached garage, and down here is another desk where I keep my sewing stuff. But I'm really getting into like doing like armor repair and stuff like that. I'm going to be ordering some lamellar to make my own lamellar plate because I do heavy combat fighting in the SCA. She is 6'1". She's very muscly. She's been doing Taekwondo for 26 years, but I think my Taekwondo days might be behind me now. Which I practice on my own, but as far as like practicing in a group, I think those days are behind me, but she still needs corporate martial practice, and the SCA has filled that gap so wonderfully. So I'm learning how to do some things on my own, which one of them is when you get your helmet, you have got to put a chin strap in it to keep it on that fits you perfectly. So the helmet I've been wearing was borrowed. This is the helmet I've been using. I don't know what style it is because it doesn't fit with my persona. I just covered my mic up. My persona is 13th century North African. So I really wanted an Ottoman style helmet. And this one just happened to become available at the last SCA event we went to. And what's really cool is it belongs to a knight that I admire very much. Doesn't belong to him anymore. Somebody else bought it, but they changed from this style to wanting to more Roman and Greek style. So it was a perfect opportunity. And this helmet, the maker of this helmet, apparently is out of Oklahoma. So he's domestic, but this is one of the best helmets you can get. Like the maker of this helmet is one of the best. I'll get his information. It slipped my brain, but when I bought it at Wingding, it was my first tournament at Wingding, my first one-on-one. I've done my first war now, my first tournament, so now I'm like way more confident. When I purchased it, I had another knight check it out because I didn't know anything about the helmet, but I just knew that when I put it on, when it was offered to me, that it fit perfectly because my borrowed helmet, which comes from my husband's best friend, who has also been in the SCA since God was a boy and has all the things. He's been letting us borrow this for ages. Initially, my husband had been borrowing it before we even met. And then it became my borrowed helmet, but it was not made for me. It doesn't fit me. And then I tried this one on and everything fit exactly the way it was supposed to. And I was like, oh my God, I think this is the helmet. I ran inside. My husband was like, look, it fits. He was like, yeah, totally buy it. And there was a knight out there, another one that I really respect, the one who made the really cool box that I have. That guy can make anything. It's weird. Like, he's good. And that's one of the things I like about the SCA is I'm learning lots of new crafts. Once I redo my bathroom, my guest bathroom, some cabinetry in there is going to be where I start making my mead. And I'm going to start learning how to sew and pottery because I want to make my own garb and whatnot. But anyway, I digress. I had that knight look at the helmet on me, and he was like, you could not ask for a better fit. Like, and I was like, man, this is a good looking helmet. God, this is a good looking helmet. So we went ahead and bought it. So, and what's funny is, okay, so like literally like 4 days earlier, I had taken this helmet to another knight where he put a hole in it so that I could have a chin strap with an aluminum rivet. And don't worry, the original owner was fine with that. We just can't, like clip off the grill or anything. But the reason I can't use this helmet long term is mostly because of my hair. It ends up touching my nose, which is not technically against the rules. But if it were to get pushed, I could get a broken nose. And I've had 3 broken noses, not exactly fancying another one. Kool-Aid. Premium Kool-Aid. Look, I'm filming this during Snowmageddon, which has turned into Icemageddon where I live. Everyone I know in Middle Tennessee is out of power right now, and it's starting to hit us where I live. And like the forecast has been completely inaccurate. Like initially they said we were going to get like 2 inches of ice on like today is Sunday. So like last Friday, we were supposed to be in Ice Mageddon and it didn't happen. We did get some ice on like Saturday into Friday night into Saturday morning. And it went above freezing, it all melted. And then it kept raining and kept raining and kept raining and kept raining. And when the forecast said it wasn't raining anymore, it was still raining. So the little map thing became inaccurate. And then I went to go pick my son up from work. I took him to work and went to go get him before it froze because I got a big heavy truck. So I felt safer to go get him and take him to work. But like a lot of the stores were closing at 5 o'clock today. Because it's the temp is dropping. It's going to go down to like 11 tonight, 15 or 11, something like that. And we still have moisture coming out of the sky. So you know what that means. It's going to be a bunch of ice. By the time this video comes out, all that would have passed. But ice sucks. Ice is not fun. And where we live, there's not the infrastructure to prevent things. Like this isn't Yakutia. All right, this isn't Toronto. We don't Alaska. We're not living in a place where they get this kind of thing all the time. So for us, when ice comes through, like an inch of ice can bring down our power lines. Snow, not much of an issue. You can get traction in snow. But when the ice comes, like one of my friends posted that a tree limb fell on her, like not a tree limb, a tree fell on her house. It doesn't take much ice. So hope everyone made it through okay. By the time this comes out, it'll all be over. But not fun, not fun. But anyway, you have to use these chin straps. This is a military chin strap to keep it in place. And so when I would have this on, one, you see this? This is where your eyes are supposed to be out. My eyes would be here. You've probably seen pictures of it. It looks stupid because it's not made for me. All of these helmets typically are custom made. I do know a vendor of helmets who has shown up at a couple of events I've been to. But most of the time, I'm noticing people are getting them custom. You know, you measure your head, your chin, all that kind of stuff, and you get one that's made for you. The person who used to own this, it fits me great. The person I got it from, it wasn't fitting them great. I think they bought it because of the look, which, no tea, no shade. It's a beautiful helmet. It's a valid reason. But it takes time. The hardest part of SCA armoring is the helmet. The next hardest part is I have full legal armor. I'm fully kitted out. But I do want to make myself some lamellar. But that's going to involve weaving a bunch of plates. So can't wait to do that. You'll see it when it happens. But I just got these rivets put in literally 4 days before I got this helmet. I had no idea I was going to get a helmet. However, you know what's great? When you get stuff like that done, the knight who put the rivets in showed me how to do it and had me do a lot of the work. So now I know how to get the rivets out. So that's what I'm going to do is get these rivets out of here. Yeah. So I've got a couple of pair of snippety snips. What are these called? Nippers. They're nippers. So I actually had another pair, but it was too rounded on the end. So I actually had to go back and get another. But I have a feeling there's going to be lots of me doing hardware-y stuff with the SCA. This may not be my longest video if I do this correctly. There is a random Minecraft Lego out here for some reason. He needs a home. He can live on the sanding stuff. 5 rolls of wood turners, sanding block. That belongs to my husband. Actually, should not be out here. So the rivets that I have to get out are this one, and there's one just like it on the other side. I have to have this particular like I have to have this particular strap. It holds your chin, your parkour card, so your helmet doesn't slide. So first, I just want to see if I need to snip from the inside or outside. And I think I have to do it from the inside. It's so funny. When the knight was teaching me how to do this and hammer out the rivets, their aluminum rivets, he was like, you just go a little bit at a time until it's flat. He's like, give it a whack. And I was tapping. And he's like, no, hit it harder. And I went, bam! And I flattened it. He was like, well, it's in there now. You may never get it out. And I'm like, we're about to find out if I'm never going to get it out. So I'm actually very strong, which I like being strong. Strength is actually, I'll be honest, it's part of my identity at this point in my life. I can't imagine my life with me not having strength. So let me find the right angle here to cut this rivet head. Oh, think I got it. The good thing is these aluminum rivets don't weigh a ton. But now what I'm going to do, I found the right angle, but I'm going to have to give it a whack of the hammer. Whoops. There we go. Cool. Did I get it? Almost. Lost my angle. Yeah, I have an anvil now. That's what the SCA does to you. Like, why do I have an anvil? And you know what's funny? I had never considered in my life before buying an anvil. Like, what does one need an anvil for? Getting rivets out of helmets. Sorry, little spider. You're in my space. I used to be one of those girls that was really scared of critters and whatnot. Several summers in the jungles of Mexico cured me of that. I'm the designated creature killer when I'm down there. Although I'll probably never take the Taekwondo Mexico trip again. That's not going to happen. I'm a free agent. One of the things I do like about the SCA style of fighting is when it comes to martial arts, I am a extremely physical person. I am someone who relishes a good fight. I enjoy it. I see it as another language. When people do martial arts together and they fight well together, you know, it's almost like a dance. It's learning from each other. And the best compliment two fighters can make is to give each other a good fight. So I really appreciate this kind of fighting. Fighting with things in my hands is new to me. I have learned some weapons arts in my time. I've learned to use the scrimmage sticks. I've done some kendo practice in my time. You know, but my primary art has always been Taekwondo, which traditional Taekwondo, there's no weapons. So it's different, one, to not get to kick people. That's new. All right, cool. I got it from one side. Now I can pinch it from the side. Yay. But, you know, one, not getting the, got it. I wonder if I can just hand squeeze it. Am I that strong? Do I have enough grip strength? Nope. I do not have the grip strength for that. That's okay. I have to stand for this. But it's okay when you have to change your martial practice. 26 years is a long time, and I'm a 7th degree black belt. But I kind of feel like I need a new set of challenges, and the SCA is giving me that. I just hit that so hard I knocked things off my little magnet holder. Come on. Almost there. Let me get closer here. There we go. Almost. I have a grip that could be better. Almost. I got it. Gotta hit it harder. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to do this over the leg of my, because it's just sturdier here. This is safer. There we go. Smacky, smacky. There we go. Got it. Almost. Oh, it let go. Oh, so close. I gotta do this twice. We're gonna do it again. Come on, nippers. Be good to me. Not going through. Let's try these. Always have a backup for your backups. Here we go. Let's try it again. You getting it? Getting close. Ugh. Now, this is just one of the facts between males and females. Typically, women don't have the upper body strength and grip strength of men. So, if you're doing this and you happen to be of the female persuasion, try not to get frustrated because we're not men. I'm very strong. What's funny is when I was hammering out these rivets and I smacked it and flattened it immediately. The night that I was working with, he was like, "Well, I told everybody she's effing strong. Once she knows what she's doing, we're all in trouble." Which I am. I'm pretty strong for a girl. But it is not lost on me that on average the strength is very different between us. But don't get discouraged. The fighting is not split up by gender, which honestly I appreciate. In Taekwondo tournaments, it is. I do recall some tournaments from when I was in my 20s that I went to where the other females there decided that I was too large of a person for them to fight against. And they had me fight, actually. So I was like, for all you know, I suck. I know people who are little that'll kick your butt. Can't judge a book by its cover when it comes to fighting. You train up. Like somebody who's trained versus someone who's not, the trained person is probably going to do better regardless of their size. Yeah, I've been to tournaments where the girls like literally went to the judges and were like, "We're not fighting her." It's fine. I've almost got it out. So very close. I don't want to accidentally nick my my chin strap. Come on. So close. Then I have to do this to the other one. Putting it in is much easier than getting them out. Much easier. But it's a chance for me to practice some things that I've learned. So don't be intimidated. Just get in there and do it. Okay, got it. Got a hold of it. I got a hold of it. Back to the anvil. All right, anvil. We got it. Girl, don't smash your fingers. Ooh, this is close. The angle is the worst. Almost. It's so close to coming out. See the other side. Check it out. It's definitely almost out. But I wish I had the grip strength to just squeeze this and make it pop. Let me try again, see if I can. It's possible. These are aluminum. They're not steel. So they are meant to be able to be removed by hand. For those of you who make these things, how did you decide you wanted to make medieval helmets? Inquiring me wants to know. You know what I might have to do? I might have to drill it out, which no shame in that. No shame in that at all. Does the drill still have power? Yes. Thing is, though, don't go fast with this. You got to drill it slow. I had the drill the whole time. I just wanted to see if I could do it. And I can't. I just said don't go fast, and look what I did. Oh, crap. I just noticed that from when our friend came over to take out his chin strap from from a different helmet, that from that helmet, that a piece Still on there. Ooh, from the last extrication. Anywho, back to what we were doing. Come on. It's not going to be an impressive video if I can't get this off. Oh my God, I can see the nippers were almost through. I'm so close. Okay. There we go. Now I'm getting it. A little bit of metal at a time. Go from the other side. Cold out here. Not so cold that I can't stand being out here, because I don't start feeling like I'm frigid cold unless, the body is damp. That'll get me in this kind of weather, but I'm not soft and wet or anything. It usually has to get down to like 20 or below before I'm like, hee. Other than that, a hoodie will do it for me. One of my favorite channels to watch is a creator called Kiun B, Kiun and the letter B. She is from Yakutsk in Russia, which is, I think, Yakutsk is part of Siberia, if I remember correctly. But it's one of the coldest. It is the coldest major city on the planet. It's built on permafrost, and they only have like 3 months of like not snow a year. A lot of the world's silver comes out of that region, apparently. So if you want to buy amazing silver jewelry, go to Yakutsk. It's not going to be cheap though. But like where they are, they don't cancel school unless it's like -60, like -58. I actually saw that area once on a show called, what was it called? Most Dangerous Ways to School. And there was one bus that went around this particular village to pick kids up to take them to school. The kids a lot of times have to walk to where the bus was going to come get them, which would be, you got to bundle up in 4 layers, like 4 body layers, 4, leg layers, and these really special made fur boots and whatnot, just to go to school. So, you try to count your blessings when the bad weather hits, because she said a saying that they have there: there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing. I'm like, I like that. Because, everything's going to be closed here tomorrow, and tomorrow being, last week of January, because the ice. But I do plan on putting on my furry rubber boots and going for like a 2-mile walk, because the gym will be closed, but I still need to get some kind of calorie burn in. And walking in the cold, good way to burn. Good way to burn calories. It's good for endurance. I'm trying to do this without asking my husband. Plus, my husband is sick at the moment. Hey, babe, you gonna be in my video? Huh? You recording? I am. You can talk, but you probably don't want to be on camera. I don't know where your camera is. The camera is pointing that way. Well, I'm just trying to get rivets out, which I'm trying to do it on my own, but apparently I suck. I got so close. Like, I got the washer off, but now I'm trying to clip around here. Oh, the angle is terrible for that. You almost need a diagonal cut for that. You don't think this will do it? It might. Well, bolt. I do have bolt. Do we have bolt cutters? This will get you a lot more leverage than that to cut that. Well, I've tried this, and I don't think I have the hand strength. You're not feeling good. I was just about to tell the people, your hands can be on camera. That's fine. Wait, let me get my sleeve out, holding it. Bending the tool rather than... Yeah. So maybe I'm going to have to use a different tool? Either bolt cutters or a cutoff wheel. Okay. Well, then how about I pick this up a little bit later then? Once we can get in and out of the shop and you're feeling better. All right. I hear my dog whining. I should probably come back in anyway. Okay, so it turns out it wasn't me. That actually makes me feel better. So this is gonna have to be a two-part video because I'm gonna have to get some tools out of my husband's shop to finish the job. So I'm going to go inside, I guess, and leave this here. See how nice we talk to each other? That's how nice we talk to each other all the time. It's not difficult. If you actually like somebody, in our case, if you actually love somebody, you will talk nice to them. But this will have to be a part two. I thought it was me. We're not getting the right angle apparently. And he's actually like a woodworker and can build stuff. Like a lot of the guys in this area and gals are all engineers, but they all seem to have like some engineering adjacent hobby, like woodworking. We got a friend that's like really obsessed with drainage around his house, so that's what like they all have an engineering themed hobby. It's kind of funny, but yeah, I appreciate him coming out here because I would have been wrestling this with another 30 minutes, thinking I was just not doing great. So I'll come back to this after I get the right tools because there will be practice next week. But I'm going to go rummage through his shop and get some more tools. But until then, please like, comment, and subscribe. I've got ribs going in the oven, so I'm about to start the smoker soon. Yeah, in like an hour. I'm going to make a macaroni. Look, if you're going to be iced in, might as well eat good, right? Right. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.